Hey Firsties, welcome back. It's week 6, day 1, and we are still working with adding double-digit numbers, but guess what? It gets a little bit trickier each week. So really make sure you're paying close attention as Mrs. Gordon teaches you what we're doing today. Now, make sure you do have a paper and a pencil because you need to be working out these problems alongside me so that when you go to Seesaw, you have no problems. All right, if you're ready, let's go. So like I said, we will be adding pairs of double-digit numbers today. So this first one here, we're going to be adding together 18 plus 16. Wow, those are two huge numbers to add together. So we're going to break it up just like we've been doing these last few weeks so that it's easier to add. As you can see here in the problem, Mrs. Gordon has broken up 18 into a number bond for you. So when you go to Seesaw, you're going to see that one of the numbers in each of the addition problems has been broken up for you, which is so nice, right? So here we have 18 and it's broken up into 10 plus 8. So that means 10 plus 8 gives you 18. So our first strategy that we're going to do to solve this problem would be to add our 10 plus 16. Because if we can do 10 plus 16, we should be able to get an answer really quick since we're just adding another set of 10 on. So let's fill that in here. We're going to do 10 plus 16. I'm going to put a check mark on each of those so that I know that those two numbers have been added. So really quick, if we have 16 and we add 10 more on, what is that number? It is 26. Very nice here. You could have drawn a picture over here if you wanted to. You could have had 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could have had 16, added on one more set of 10. That would give you 26. Hopefully at this point we're not having to do too many pictures and we're able to just quickly add these numbers together because it's so important. So we've added 10 and 16 together and we've gotten 26. What do you think Mrs. Gordon's next step is, especially if you were paying attention last week? So I've added 10 and 16, I've gotten 26. So I'm going to take that 26 from over here because I still got to add in that last number. So we're going to do 26 plus 8. All right, so for this one, we're going to add on. Let's try counting on. Ready? So I have 26 and I'm going to add 8 more. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. So 34 is our final answer. So that means 18 plus 16 is 34. So let's kind of review a little bit what we've done here. So what we did is we first looked at our number bond, how it broke up 18 into 10 plus 8. We then did a two-step problem. We did two addition problems by first adding 10 to our set of ones here. Then we took that answer of 26 and added our final number of 8 and we got 34. So this part here, not really too different from what we've been doing last week. It's just these are bigger numbers. This next problem is where it gets a little bit different and I want you with me for this problem. So let's look here. Now we have 17 plus 18. Look at the number bond here. 17 is broken up into two numbers that we don't traditionally see. So what this is showing is that 15 and 2 gives me 17. So all that really means is that 15 plus 2 is 17. Let's double check and make sure that's right. If Miss Gordon has 15, I count on 2 more. Ready? 16, 17, right? So 15 plus 2 is 17. So they've broken up into a little bit different numbers now. So here's where that challenge comes in. You don't have that easy peasy 10 anymore to just quickly add on. So now when you have a problem like this, our first step when you have this kind of problem is to make a 10. Now, as you can see here, would it be easier to add 15 plus 18? Or do you think it would be easier to add 2 and 18 together? Which way do you think would be an easier way to start off this problem? 15 and 18, 2 and 18. I would say 2 and 18, and I want to show you why. Because remember, our first step is to make a 10 of some sort. So let's fill this in here. Let's start with 2 and 18. 2 plus 18. Well, I do that problem pretty quick, right? If I just count on 2 more to 18, 19, 20. Okay, 2 plus 18 is 20. Aha, step 1 is to make a 10. I didn't say how many 10s, right? It could be 3 10s, 4 10s, 1 10, 5 10s. So we made a set of 2 10s here. So that means 2 plus 18 gives us 20. 20 is a much easier number to work with because it has a 0 at the end and it's a set of 10. So that is why I would start with adding 2 numbers together that will give you some type of 10, whether, like I said, 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever that number may be. Much easier to start with. Okay, step 2 over here. Now you're going to take those remaining numbers and do the second problem just like we've been doing all week. You've already done the trickiest part, which is deciding which numbers to add together first. So step 2, add remaining numbers. So can you go ahead, I'm going to give you 1 minute, can you solve this problem now for Mrs. Gordon and tell me what you get for an answer? Okay, I'm going to give you about 1 minute, go ahead. All right, friends, I've given you about a minute now. So we have this last problem to solve. So what 2 numbers did you add together? So I hope you said you started with 20 because that was the answer from our problem here. What number have we not added yet? So remember, this 17 is broken up into 2 numbers. We've already done 18, so what number is left here? Right, it's the 15. So that means we're adding 20 plus 15. I'm going to challenge you. So for this, you could draw a picture. Or what if we started with 15 and we first added on 10? Because we know that 10 plus 10 is 20. So what if Miss Gordon had 15 and I add on 10 more? What's that number? 15 plus 10 is 25. What if I add on another 10 so that I'm adding on a full 20? So I have 15 plus 10 is 25. If I add on 10 more, that gives me what number? 35. So that's another way you could think about solving this, or you could draw a picture. We're trying to build our mental math skills, and that just takes time. So 20 plus 15 gives me an answer of 35. So that means 17 plus 18 is 35. So that was our quick crash course in adding double-digit numbers today. I wanted to walk you through these problems together just because it's a new skill. So remember, you're going to see some problems where you get to add 10, and then you see some problems where the number bond doesn't give you a 10, but you need to add numbers together that give you a 10. So remember, 10s can vary. It could be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, just like how we saw here, that 2 plus 18 gives us 20. So these are just new strategies you are learning to add double-digit numbers together. All right, make sure you go back to Seesaw, double check your assignment, make sure you really look closely at what you're adding to make sure you get a correct answer. If you have any questions, please let Mrs. Gordon know. Have a great day. Bye.